Alright, so now I will talk about the Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So Kingdom is a new film in the Planet of the Apes saga, which also acts like a brand new story, a brand new opening to this world of apes. And hearing that premise, I thought to myself, wait, what? The Caesar story is over, and it is perfect. The ending was pitch perfect. So in my mind, they didn't need to prolong this saga anymore. It could have been just one story, Caesar's story, and when it ends, there should be no new story of the Planet of the Apes. But anyways, here we are. Jumping to the first good point that I got from this film is the visuals. The CGI is really much better. It is really a step up, a major step up from the last movies. And the visual effects here play a really big key, because in the first act of this film, you're basically, as an audience, you are basically sightseeing this world, this new take on the world of apes through the eyes of Noah, our new protagonist, and he is supposed to be leading this trilogy, because this is also a planned trilogy. Now, let's talk about Noah. Well, he is a pretty decent character, but also, I think there's a pattern here. You know, when the Caesar story kicks in the first ever film, the first Planet of the Apes film, he started as being weak, weak, and also just there. And in the second film, he learns what it means to be apes, and he learns how to be a good leader. And in the third film, his legacy is ending, is over, with him sacrificing himself as a worthy leader. And I'm seeing the same pattern with the Noah story here. He started the same, and maybe in the sequel, he would be a leader of these apes, a brand new leader. And also maybe in the third film, in the climactic ending of this planned trilogy, they will kill off Noah as he sacrificed himself protecting the apes. And if that is the real plan here to start this trilogy, and that's how this trilogy is gonna go, I think it would be really boring, because the pattern is the same and the character's ending is mostly the same. I just need something new. I just need a breath of fresh air of new characters, new storylines, and new endings. Take us to the progression of this main character, the progression of Noah, through a different route, a route that we haven't seen before. Anyway, that is just my thoughts on the character of Noah. I don't think that is the precise pattern that they are gonna go, but if that is, well, it would have been boring. Now, moving on to the second positive that I will give this film, and that is the antagonist, Proximus Caesar. He is a really mean leader, a really evil ape, and he just wants this world for apes, Humans don't have a place in it. That is basically his view on this world. And with Proximus Caesar, I think he's a good character. But then again, the film didn't explore him enough. We as an audience just know his basic, very, very basic motivation. He wants to conquer Earth, and that's it. That's basically it. And also, while he is a scene stealer, there isn't much screen time devoted to him exploring his character, or maybe showing us his cruel nature. The film really didn't do that. Now, as I mentioned before, the first hour of this film is just Noah exploring this new world of apes, and he takes you on that journey. So in the first hour, you are basically just sightseeing with Noah. And really nothing important really happens. That is to say, after the first act, the film really slows down, And in that slow burn moments, they are not building tension. They really told us, not by showing us, but just by telling the audience. And that is, I think, a huge missed opportunity, because you could have shown us more of this plan of apes ruling the world, but you really didn't show us that. And in the second act of this film, where you are introduced to Proximus Caesar, there is no tension in his character. That is because he really didn't get a lot of screen time in this film. The whole film is devoted telling Noah's story, but they really completely forgot to put on the spotlight on Proximus Caesar. And that is a huge missed opportunity, and it causes the pacing to drag a lot, And all of a sudden, you are here at the climactic battle, but it really doesn't feel climactic at all. There is no big battle sequences or action sequences. And with that, I will move on to the main problem that this film has. This film is functioning itself to be a brand new story, but it is missing the hook, and it is the action. There is very little action in this film. All of it is devoted to the character development, and that is fine, but at least give us as an audience something to enjoy. Nothing bombastic, just a little bit of action sequences to balance out the character development, and the film didn't really do that justice. So, overall guys, I will give this movie a 6.5 out of 10. As I said before, the CGI is really great, the visuals are dazzling, the characters are alright, but the pacing here, as a new beginning of a saga, really didn't hook the audience in, and I think that is the main problem that this film has. That is not to say the pacing really speed up a little bit. It did the exactly opposite. By halfway into the film, the pacing really slows down, and they really didn't include some tension surrounding this great character named Proximus Caesar. He could have been better too. He could have been great, but there is no tension with his character at all, and the film really rushes up to the anticlimactic battle at the end. So 6.5 out of 10, it could have been a lot better. That is not to say that this film is bad. No. As a beginning of a new story, I can still forgive that. But it could have been much better. So, 6.5 out of 10. And if you have seen The Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, tell me what you think, tell me what you like, tell me what you hate. And also, in the Caesar trilogy, rank them down in the comment section. Which one do you like the most, or which one do you hate the most? And the most important question of all is, in the first place, do you think this beginning of a trilogy should have existed, or they just leave out with Caesar's trilogy and be done with it? See you on the next video, guys.